Well, I would say overall that was kind of an awkward experience. I don't know, I just seemed so at ease with her when I was talking on the phone, and by her, I mean Michelle, which is her middle name. Wow, those luxury condos are going in on the right where that dumpy little gas station used to be. I'm in 12th Street in Indian School right now. So she's living in some kind of transitionary housing near here. Said she's only able to be there for a month, but that she's been approved for Section 8 housing, which is good. So hopefully she'll be able to find a place that she can get by herself with Section 8. I'm surprised she managed to get on Section 8 so quickly. It's been my understanding that most people wait a long, long time to get on Section 8, or just for whatever reason can't get on it. So, of course, I don't know how long she's been trying to get on it, but I do know it's a big issue right now. I hear it on the news a lot that very few landlords anymore are willing to accept Section 8. So that's her next challenge. Anyway, I don't know how much I'll be able to really see her again or help her again. But I took her to get her bus card, and they checked to see if I was still in the system for disabled bus transit access, and they said that no, I wasn't in the system anymore. So he said it was purged about 6 years ago, and to be honest, it's probably been about 18, 19 years since I got my disabled bus card. So no shock that they pulled me out of the system. But it's really funny though, because I'm still on the same bus pass program that I've been on all these years. It was funny because the guy we got him from was talking about how, oh well, yeah, if you don't have ID to prove that you're eligible for it, then they can take it, they can confiscate it from you, and blah blah blah. And then after we left, I told her, it's like, you know, I've been riding on disabled bus passes, reduced bus passes for the disabled for about almost 19 years. Yeah, it's probably been about 19 years, might be close to 20. And I've had maybe 3 times total where they've asked me for proof of eligibility, and the last time was probably over 15 years ago. She's like, well, yeah, I just want to have everything I need. But yeah, so she has apparently no cash money at all. And when we got there, she filled out the paperwork and stuff, and they took her picture, made the card, and then told her it was $5. I guess it said on the paperwork that it was going to be $5, and I guess she didn't read the paperwork or didn't realize that. But I'm surprised that like her case manager and whoever is like in that transitional housing is supposed to be helping her, you know, get these things to get on her feet. Like, you would think they would be aware that they would have also looked at the paperwork and would be aware that she needed $5 to get that. So God, if Michelle wasn't with me today, she would have rode the bus all the way there, which would have probably taken a couple hours instead of just like the probably 10-minute drive that it was. I mean, I missed an exit to get there the quickest route, and even taking a different route and getting stuck in it some longer than they should have been red lights, we still probably got there in 10-15 minutes. On that note, I guess I should say what time it is. It's still Friday, October 27th, 2:08 p.m. Yeah, so we've been together for quite a while. Some of it really comfortable, some of it really awkward. It doesn't help that my car is hot and uncomfortable. I'm sure it would have been a completely different environment if I was driving one of the cars at work with nice cold air conditioning, where I don't have to worry about getting stuck in traffic and my temperature gauge going up when I get stuck in traffic, with a nice stereo that works and some satellite radio and stuff. But all I got is FM radio in here and a volume knob that doesn't really work right. And it's hot out again today. And mostly we're driving on side streets and stuck in traffic and going in and out of parking lots, and in that environment my air conditioning my God, if we were driving somewhere, like if we were driving to Payson or something and out on the open road, this car is very comfortable. I mean, in that environment, I can just, crank up the AC and there's plenty of air going through my condenser and my radiator, and the car just runs good and has nice ice cold air. Oh, that was quite the maneuver. Wow, I sure hope my video got that. Went all the way from the lane to my left, cut across both exit lanes, and then cut across the car area to take the McDowell exit. Kind of wish I was shooting video the whole time we were driving, because we saw no shortage of idiots in cars. Many of the usual people blocking intersections. Of course, I did have one point where she was insisting something was somewhere where it wasn't. And I don't do well with people like that. I just need people to implicitly rely on the fact that when I say something is where it is, that I'm right. Because more often than my accuracy on that kind of stuff is really, really high. She said she wanted to go to a dollar store, so she really wanted to get super glue. She's wanting it to put a look at the lane to the right, trying to get on I-10. That's crazy gridlock. I figured this ramp would be fine, and of course that's bad. I mean, it's a little bit after 2. This is the time I normally go into work. Granted, not on Friday, but Friday traffic's worse than Monday through Thursday. And yeah, this close to 2 is always gridlock on the 202 going into the mini stack. And of course, that's because of the backup on the 10. So why wouldn't there be backup on the 51 trying to get that direction on the 10? Anyway, just a minor slowdown for me. I'm back to making good time on the 202 outbound, which is always nice and smooth. So yeah, she wanted to get super. She asked if I'd buy her some super glue. She said she'd buy me all kinds of food and stuff. I didn't feel bad. I mean, she's at the, literally at the bottom. But she's like, well, I'll get you some food. Obviously, she can't buy me gas. And, wow, my temperature gauge is already creeping up again. I'm still leaving my air on. It's been really hot. That's right. Oh, yeah, no, now that we're moving, my temperature gauge is visibly going down again. So, what I really wanted to do was get her Obama phone. Apparently she's going through some kind of program, and she's just been given the runaround, and it's taking a long, long time. And with her not having a phone, I mean, you just can't function in modern society without a smartphone. That's just how it is. If you don't have a way to call and receive calls and receive texts and access the basic internet, even as god awful as Obama Phone 5 is, it does get the job done, kinda, most of the time. It's a hell of a hotspot for my other devices. Anyway, for a free, But yeah, she told me, I guess she was in the hospital for quite a while. She didn't really go into details on what it is, but I got a feeling it was probably a psychiatric breakdown just from the way she's been and stuff. But, which is fine. I mean, I've had those myself. I've been locked up in psychiatric hospitals, I want to say 3 different times. Probably more than that. 3 different times I can remember. And yeah, every time was absolutely devastating to me. I mean, I ended up losing everything. The last one, I lost my family, I lost my wife, I lost my house. I mean, it wasn't directly because of that, but I really believe that had I never been in the mental hospital, that I would have probably been able to save all those other things. I mean, it's all conjecture, it's all, hypothetical, but so yeah, so she said she had an Obama phone before, and she lost it because they took it. She didn't have it when she was in the hospital, wasn't able to use it. Well, if you don't use it for a month, they just simply cut off your service, and you lose your phone number and everything. So, presumably, they don't let you have any of those kind of devices in those kind of hospitals, even if you own them, even if you come in with them. And I would assume that probably because they took it away from her, and that she was probably there over a month without access to it, and without having somebody else that could at least, field calls and texts from her, for her, while she was not able to. She lost her service and her phone number, and that's awful. I mean, that's something I worry about. So what if I lose my phone number, and I do everything I can not to? Because I've had the same phone number for something like 16 years or so. And a lot of people that I lose touch with manage to get back in touch with me because they find something with my phone number on it, and they call it, and they're shocked to see I still have the same phone number. So yeah, I feel bad for her. And then, shoot, think of Brittany, whose number is on Obama phone 5 now, but whose number I got graced with when I got Obama phone 3. People still call and text looking for her at that number. So it's awful. And I know she can't recover her number. On that note, my daughter recently was able to recover her old number that she'd had for a long time. So impressed with Allison for doing that. We've been texting pretty regularly lately, by the way, Allison and I. That's been getting better. Although when I asked her how she was doing, the last text message she gave me was a little distressing. But still a whole lot better than she was doing when she was here. So that's the important thing. So, anyway, so we never were able to find an Obama phone tent. I think it was making her uncomfortable just driving aimlessly, and I think she was worried about me burning gas. I'm not worried about burning gas. I have plenty of gas. Oh my God, this is so awful. We're going into that where I was at it before, where they were reducing all the lanes. This is way too busy of a street for them to be reducing the lanes like this, and I don't even understand what they're reducing them for. Yeah, it was bad when it left out. It's obviously real bad now. Wow, look at all this backup on 46th Street. Holy crap. And of course, probably a lot of this is people coming out of Griffith School. I still haven't got any kind of real explanation as to why everybody drives their kids to school now. Like, what happened to the school buses? What happened to people walking and riding bicycles to school? I mean, my God, 1975 in kindergarten, I walked to John C. Lincoln School. As a kindergartner. In fact, most of my childhood, I walked to school. Now, when I went to Chaparral School in North Phoenix, when I lived with my dad and the step monster, I usually took a school bus, but that was because there was no direct walkable street between Sweetwater and Joan d'Arc, because that little patch hadn't developed yet. Anyway, I'm just about home. I've talked enough, but yeah, we drove in a lot of places where I always see Obama phone tents, and didn't see any Obama phone tents at all. And it sucks. But hey, at least I was able to I had the $5 on me, thank God, so she could get that card, so that wasn't a big wasted trip and effort. She's got her Valley Metro ID card, which honestly I don't think she needs, but I'm glad she has it. It's a good thing to have. And but yeah, we had a hell of a time getting super glue. Like, we went into Walmart, and Walmart's always a difficult thing for me anyway, because just how big and crowded it is, and I have trouble finding stuff, and I get frustrated. But it's bad enough when I'm by myself. It's always worse when I'm with somebody else. Unless it's somebody else that takes charge and know where they're going, and I follow them. But she wasn't leading, and I wasn't leading, and it just wasn't good. She bought a bunch of Mountain Dew and the 16.9 ounce bottles, so that's good. It's got some pretzels. Bought me a pasta salad, and I sat in front of the 99-cent only store that she was insisting was at 16th Street. And I'm like, no, it's at Longmore. No, it's on 16th Street. You need to go that way. I'm like, really? I know where I'm going at all times. We're going to hang out together. You just need to have faith in me on that, because I'm always right with that shit. Well, except for when I'm wrong. But I mean, the fact that I confused the east and the west on her address like that, I could have sworn she said Avenue. I could have sworn she said she lived near 7th Avenue. Anyway, I'm here. I don't know when I'll see her again. It wasn't as exciting and happy of a time as I thought it might be. I do hope I see her again, though.